Hello everybody, it's FST Mario here. Oh, whoops, sorry about that. Anyway, today is a kind of different video. It's a bit like the one I made in Zarta, but in this case, it's against the user instead of like ranting for the user, I guess. And so in this case, the video is about a well-known scumbag known as Jarsu. Sorry, I just have to message that person now. I've put the chat off just in case they talk to me. Let me just change the settings here so I can see what they're writing. 50, let's do 60 here. Hi handsome. Anyway, I'm making this video because recently, it's kind of a dumb reason, but Jarsu's insulted me. And I know it's not even a good insult because he called me a noob, but no one calls FSC Mario a noob, okay? Like, if you call me a noob, it's game over, like, you're gonna be destroyed. So this video is basically exposing Jarsu for being a scumbag, a liar, and well, possibly in the future of his gaming, a duper. Now, I might have gotten the duping part wrong, but I know Jarsu is the kind of character to do shady things. Now, for an example, I'm going to pause this Minecraft game that I'm playing at the moment on a server, and instead, I'm going to be on the forums. Now, you might be thinking, Mario, why are you on the forums? Well, this whole situation sprouted by a user called Ydrix being stalked by Charity. You may ask, who is Charity? Who's this random nerd who I've never heard about? Charity is a noob. Like, we know that person's a noob because they support Jarsu, obviously. But Jarsu has pretty much just turned into a scumbag because he's at least I believe he's a 30 or 40-year-old male from the United Kingdom like me, and he is the living embodiment of pay to win. Now, if you don't know what that means, it basically means he does nothing else with his life apart from pay on Helmet Heroes just so he can get awesome stats. And that is what he does. He pays to win. Like, I don't think he ever grinds. He pretty much just goes into his bank card, says to his bank card, thanks for making me rich and famous, and then after he's done that, he just, you know, buys about 10 million tickets a day. Now, you might be wondering, why am I attacking such a high level player? Jarsu is my master idol. I love Jarsu. But he isn't who you think he is. I thought Jarsu was a nice, generous guy, okay? I thought Jarsu was a cool person to be around, like, he's a high level and he respects me and I respect him. But that completely changed when I just had to see the real side of him on the forums. So this, again, it started because his guild member basically stalked a person, and Jarsu got involved for no reason. Like, no one cared for Jarsu's input and he just gave it anyway. Like, people actually cared for it. Anyway, in Vanish. So, Jarsu pretty much struck up here, calling this user a noob, and Jarsu got his guild members to insult Ydrix. Now, I don't know why he did it, but I was against this. I was never okay to harass people. It's clear Charity is stalking this user and it's bannable. And possibly Jarsu. In the future, I hope not to bully people, and as I said before, living embodiment of pay to win. Now here's a screenshot. I don't believe what this is. Let me just find, I'm sorry. Yep, this user in the guild of Jarsu's harassing a user. So at this point, it's 3 potential temporary bans. Here's Jarsu therefore insulting me. It appears I have turned a noob. Okay then, rip Jarsu's English, a 40-year-old from the UK, got it. Anyway, Jarsu basically insults me. And he said ban me for being a noob and ban Wydrix for being jealous of a 2-year-old noob, and I don't know if his Cherry is a 2-year-old. No idea, probably is. But I respond with a massive allegation. Jarsu is a terrible user. He pays to win, and he lets the fame get to his head. His forums are infested of beggars and people who he's paid to be his friend. Literally, if you're in his guild, he will pay you millions. I don't even know why, he just pays people millions. So this is why people are on his side. He bribes and pays for their friendship. He literally does this all the time. He's a 40-year-old paying children to be his friend. That is pretty paedophilic if you ask me. And I'm a semi-Minecraft YouTuber, so they're scared of him. Now, you might be wondering why they think he is scared of him. Jarsu's a high-level player, and he claims to have all this contact with Robbie constantly. And if he does have contact with Robbie, then it's possible that it's possible that he is lying about this, and it's possible that he only ever says I have contact with Robbie just to, like, pretty much scare people. So now I'm gonna go back to the Helmet Heroes chat. I'm not going to play Helmet Heroes because I don't really like Helmet Heroes that much. But this is a Helmet Heroes chat. This is what we're talking about. Jarsu pays his guild members for no reason, and he gets them to fish like slaves. I'm pretty much exposing some people here. Well, not exposing, but I'm not going to blur them out, because these people have to support to get Jarsu out of this game. It's like with the case of Calvin Idea, not Boggy Monster. Boggy Monster's a charm, but Calvin Idea is another 40-year-old who is pretty much a scummy player. He picked on kids and tried to get kids to support him, and now he's out of the game. So Jarsu, basically, he's a pay-to-win player and a scumbag. I know I'm gonna get tons of hate on here because Jarsu's pretty much Facebook famous with the Filipinos, so he'll get a lot of people to send hate towards my Facebook page and harass me, and at that point I can probably literally sue him in real life for public defamation. I know that's kind of like a suing threat or whatever, but I know he's gonna go down that road and get people to hate on me, and pretty much cyberbullying too. And also, with Jarsu, his fans, or whatever you want to say, oh, swords, anyway, his fans, I guess, are like, they would constantly just, how can I put this in a way without insulting them? They do anything to gain Jarsu's support. They would lie out of their teeth, edit images, crop false things. They would just, anything that would be on Jarsu's good side, they would do. And I'm not entirely sure what kind of point I'm fully trying to make here, but this goes along the lines of Jarsu, again, being a terrible player, being a scumbag. I don't use this word often, but because I don't like the use of the word cancer, but he is the tumor of Helmet Heroes. He is the reason why it's bad. I guess it's more worse on Robbie's side, because Robbie only replies to people who mainly pay for the game, but Jarsu is just trash. Like, he won't be banned if he does pay like he says he does, because people who usually pay for the game don't exactly get banned instantly. The way I say this is because there's been users in the past who have literally paid their way to be unbanned. And I know Jarsu would be the kind of guy to do that just so he can play again, because it's just sad. Like, he's a 40-year-old in the UK, instead of paying to feed his possible children, instead of paying his potential children, he pays money to Robbie to feed his ego and make fun of children over the internet. Like, why would you do that? You're an adult making fun of kids. Get a life. Now, this is more of a second part, or a part 2, I guess, to the video. This is basically just going to be me talking about how it's possible Jarsu is a duper. Now, the only way how I can get valid proof of this is if I look at the leaderboards of Jarsu. Now, it will come up with mine instantly, because I am FSC Mario. But if I go to Jarsu, you will see 18,000 points. Now, I have reason to believe this is a bug, because I don't know how he got this much points. There's no way how he could. Pardon me. But if this is a legit way, then I have reason to believe Jarsu is a duper. Now, this is an extreme allegation, because duping is really bannable in this game. Like, if you dupe, you're gone instantly. I think Jarsu possibly doesn't dupe, but he takes advantage of dupes. Now, the best way I can explain this is that when there's word out that there's something wrong and that the economy's broken, Jarsu would be the first person to start selling tickets. You might ask how I think this, but ever since the duping outbreaks have occurred, I've pretty much only seen Jarsu sprout to the scene and sell tickets. I'm not sure how he could buy all the tickets he claims to buy, because again, if we looked at his stats, you would see that, if possible, his stats equal to around £400,000 of tickets bought. Now, I did the maths before, and £400,000 in Filipino pesos is around, I believe, 18 million pesos, or 1.8 million pesos, something along the line of that amount. And in the UK dollars, I believe it's around £300, which is £300,000, sorry, which is still a very, very high amount. So I don't know if Jarsu's a billionaire. I don't know if he waited for his grandparents to die so he could claim their money. I don't know how he claims to be so rich and powerful. But all I know is that Jarsu's a bully. He gets his guild members to harass other people, and he is one of the worst people you could ever think about coming across in your Helmet Heroes experience. So this is pretty much me saying Jarsu potentially dupes, and if he doesn't, then he tried to take advantage of the dupes. Now, this video, I don't believe it will go up fully. If not this version, then it will be another version that will go up. But for Jarsu, if you're watching this, I know you're probably going to get your army of fans to hate me, like your army of fans you bribed to hate me. But I was going to ask you this: why are you such a scumbag player, Jarsu? Why do you have to treat everyone with little to no respect? Why do you pretend that you're the king of the world, when in reality you're a tiny human little being with absolutely nothing to live for? I mean, this game will be gone within a time of 5 to 10 years. I'm not saying that like it's not a fact, because every game runs its course. Every game gets pay to win players, every game gets people who will support the game. But over a span of time, every game has its end, and every story has a happy ever after. And I'm sorry, Jarsu, but this is your end. Your era's gone. You're not wanted in the game anymore. You're not wanted in the community anymore. The only people who care about you are the people who you pay and enslave to be your friends. And they won't agree. They won't say. They will be like, no, we're not slaves. We're not like we're Jarsu's friends. He treats us good. He treats you good because he has to. Because he wants your support. No one else supports him in game. People only care for him for his money and for his popularity, like any other kind of popular gamer. So that is pretty much settling all of that. I'd like to thank you all for watching this video, and if you liked it, be sure to subscribe for more kind of Helmet Heroes content, maybe like drama and whatever else. And be sure to like the video if you agree that Jarsu is somewhat mean, and tell your own stories of Jarsu or encounters. And if you support Jarsu, feel free to dislike the video and comment something stupid, because I doubt every single Jarsu supporter is around 5. So thank you for watching the video, and I'll see you all later. Peace.